In this video, I will try to clear up some of the misconceptions regarding cash for keys agreement. So we're living in a time currently where landlords require their properties now for their own use, or the property is being sold. Interest rates are high, and there are a lot of landlords who can no longer take on the responsibility of a rental property, and they may decide that they want to repossess the property to have a family member move in, or perhaps they want to sell that property. Now, given the delays at the landlord and tenant board, many landlords are now vying for the option of a cash for keys agreement, because this would bypass having to attend a hearing at the landlord and tenant board. Now, a lot of tenants and landlords too may have the misconception that this is some under the table deal that is not really legal in our province, but it's something they have to do. Or tenants may say, I am not going to accept this deal because it's illegal. I'm going to await a hearing. I'm going to fight this termination, and so on. In our province, currently, there are no legislations against a cash for keys agreement in its standard form, meaning a tenant may decide to accept, let's say, 3 months rent in exchange for terminating their tenancy. So they may enter into an agreement with the landlord to say, I will move out by a certain date, July 31st, as long as you compensate me for my moving costs, along with, an amount that I can use to pay my first and last month's rent at another property. No, this is completely legal. And so for tenants who are offered such an agreement and it is viable for you, it may in fact be better than waiting to attend a hearing and then you are evicted anyway. Because by then, obviously, you would have to pay your own moving costs, find your own first and last month's rent for the new property that you're moving into. And on top of that, you may not have enough time to move, given that you now have an eviction order in place. You now have an eviction looming over you, which means that if you do not move out by the stipulated date, then a sheriff can move forward to enforce and you can be removed from the property. And so it is legal, a cash for keys agreement, and it can be contemplated and utilized in a reasonable manner to properly terminate a tenancy.